How to recroom.
Hello recroom creators, this month's Maker Pen Challenge is the Floaties Challenge. And if you'd like to learn how to create your very own floaties, here is how. First, to start building, open your watch, click Backpack, and click Use on your Maker Pen. Now that we have our Maker Pen, we can start building. First, open the Maker Pen menu, click Palette, scroll down, and click on Donut. Go back to Tools, and you can turn up and down the slider for grid. Now that we have the base for our floatie, let's start building. First, we're going to recolor ours to go pink, because we're going to be making a flamingo. You can change the material and the color, so now we have a pink floatie. Now that we have the basis for our flamingo, we're going to add a little back piece, some wings on both sides, and a head of the flamingo. What we're going to want to do, open up our palette, click on palette, and scroll up until you see tube. Click on tube, and scroll all the way down in the little side menu until you see create tube settings. Now you can mess around with all these, such as tube radius, height scale, faces, different analog modes, smooth tubes, and connect nearby tubes. What we are going to do is add just a little back piece, so we're going to go 0.75, we'll do 0.08, and we'll do 6 faces. Now that we have this, we're going to go around and create a little back piece for our flamingo. Now that we have the back piece for our flamingo, let's start work on the head. We're going to go back into our tube settings, mess around with them as much as you'd like. Now we're going to start building our floatie. Now that we have the basis done for our flamingo, we're going to add the beak, then the eyes, and then the wings. You're going to want to open up your palette, click back on tubing. We're going to recolor it to be white, so we can start work on the beak. Now don't worry if it looks a little rough. What you can do is click Edit on your Maker Pen and edit the two pieces, so now you can move these freely around. Now that we have the base for our flamingo, we're going to add the little black tip to his beak, and then his eyes, and then his wings. So we're going to click Edit again on the beak. We're going to make a rough shape around the beak. There we go. Now that we have our beak, our flamingo floatie, but something's wrong. They're all disconnected. So we're going to open our palette, click select, and select all the pieces, click options, and click merge shapes. Now, this is one solid object if we start moving it around. Now it's time to work on the eyes. Click on the container. We're just going to make some very simple eyes. Making some big spheres, flattening them, and you can clone another sphere behind it and scale that one up lightly. So now we have something kind of like this. There we go. But we need something to make our flamingo pop, because right now he just looks extremely surprised. So we're going to click Edit, and we're going to give him a smile on each side. There we go. Now we're going to focus on the wings of our flamingo. So I'm going to go recolor these, be the same pink as our flamingo. And draw something a little like this. Now we're going to draw some feathers going outward, kind of like this. If you need to, you can edit the pivots if they're a little small or a little big. And now that we have the singular piece, we can clone it down. Keep cloning it as much as you like. Now that we have the wing of our flamingo, I'm going to select all the pieces, click clone, and we're going to click this little button right here. This will clone flip it right exactly onto the other side like this. And now we have our little flamingo floatie. Now one last thing, we want to wear our flamingo floatie. So open the palette, go to props, scroll down until you see dynamic, and click on costume dummy. I'm going to put that right next to our flamingo floatie. Click on tools, scale our floatie up and down as much as you'd like, and move him into place. Now when you have your flamingo into place, click select both the body of the costume dummy and our flamingo floatie, and merge shapes. And now we are wearing our floatie. Now I hope this tutorial has helped you learn the basics on building your floatie. If you want to learn how to build, please go to recroom.com/creative or sign up for a class. If you also want to submit your floatie for this Maker Pen challenge, be sure to publish your floatie with the hashtag floatie2022. I'm TonicVR, and stay creative. Goodbye!